I'd also like to thank the candidates for being here this evening. You know, we have over 33,000 union members in the 3rd Congressional District, and so that I think this is a great opportunity for our union members to see how you stand on the issues, as well as you getting to meet some of them here in the room tonight. And so I want to thank you for participating in the event. There has not been an AFL-CIO endorsement in the race, and we will wait until after the DFL convention before we do the screening in this particular race. So I guess I would encourage you out there to listen to the candidates and attend your caucuses, and there you can decide for your candidate there. So, but again, thanks everyone for coming. We really appreciate it.
Thank you all very much for being here tonight, and I want to thank the Central Labor Union for putting this on. We greatly appreciate it. You know, when you say there's 33,000 members, and we know that to win in this election we need approximately 200,000 votes, it lets us know just how important your group is to this election. So thank you very much. I'm running for Congress because I do believe that our government is failing us, and I do believe that the President of the United States has led us down a very dangerous path. I will work to bring our troops home as quickly and as safely as possible, to make sure every American has high-quality, affordable health care, to address global warming with urgency so that we do what's right for our children and our children's children. I ask for your support tonight so that we can help working families deal with this economic crisis. I'm a lifelong Democrat, a lifelong resident of the 3rd District, and I'm proud to be here asking for your support. Thank you.
Thank you. For years I've worked on transportation matters, and I can tell you that whether it's regional transportation matters or it's in the city of Edina, our country and our cities are in transition. Things are simply wearing out. Things are 40, 50, 60, 80 years old. We can rebuild America, and this is my idea of figuring out how to come up with prevailing wage jobs. There are things all over America that need to be rebuilt. There are roads, bridges, locks and dams, levees, public buildings. The list goes on and on. And we are going to be able to, I think, with the right sort of attitude and the right sort of motivation, figure out how we can create jobs in this economy and beyond for the next 20 years. We can do this together, you and I, and we can do it with union labor. And so that when we're done with this process in 15 or 20 years, however long it takes, we're going to be able to look around America and we're going to say, all of these things were improved, all of these things were done, and everybody in a union in America can say this was union built.
Mr. Medea.
I take the L in DFL pretty darn seriously. It means something to me. And I think we ought to stick with the people that stick with us. And labor has stuck with us forever, and I think we ought to do something for them. So here's what I think that means to me. First, it means that when we do these trade agreements, we ought to look at the impact that they have on our manufacturing communities and on working families across this country, not just the impact that they have on Wall Street. Second, it means standing up and fighting for the rights of people to organize anytime, any place. It means enforcing our antitrust laws in this country and decreasing the influence of corporations in every single aspect of our society, particularly public policy. It means trying to bring some of our manufacturing jobs back into this country through pursuing a green economy. And, yeah, it does mean making the wealthiest people in this country pay their fair share of the tax burden. If you give me the honor of representing you, I promise you that I will work every single day on behalf of working families and to bring the concerns of working families back into the forefront of our party. In short, I will work again to give working families a voice in our government. Thank you.
You have had a chance to observe us all here tonight on the dais. I think I'm the one that has the most experience. I have had 12 years of work as a public servant serving the city of Edina, serving the region, serving the 494 Corridor Commission, which includes all the cities up and down the 3rd Congressional District. In that period of time, I have led in many ways, not only as a mayor, but I'm also currently co-chair of the Regional Council of Mayors. With respect to transportation, I've been a leader in the region and the state. In fact, in 2007, I was given the Transportation Public Advocate of the Year Award by the Minnesota Transportation Alliance for all the work that I've done on transportation matters. So I feel like I can hit the ground running when I get to Washington based on what I know about what the issues are that face the cities in the 3rd. We're going to get the cost of health care off the backs of the employers and the employees. If we're going to compete against Europeans, they are covered under a single payer plan and are not bearing the brunt of the costs like we are here or shifting it to their employees. The second thing we can look at is payroll taxes. We finance those through the Social Security, for Social Security and Medicare through a payroll withholding program. There are other ways to do it. I'm not an economist, but I know the objective, and that is to make us more economically competitive in the world so that our employees in this room, our union employees, can have great jobs and our employers can function in an environment and produce those great jobs that we all need.
Working families need a fighter right now in Congress. Look, all the things that we're talking about, it's going to be hard work, right? There are entrenched interests in Washington right now, whether they are insurance companies, whether they're pharmaceutical companies, whether they're oil companies, whether they're international corporations. Working families need a fighter, someone who is not afraid to draw a line in the sand and say no more and stand up for them. That is the difference between me and these other candidates. That is where I shine. Look, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to Washington looking for a fight. Please don't interpret this as that. What I am saying, though, is that I think you ought to have someone that when a fight comes around isn't afraid of one. And you can tell that I'm not. I've got the experience doing this. I've fought and won battles that I shouldn't have won on behalf of unemployed people, on behalf of battered women, on behalf of homeless children, on behalf of immigrants seeking asylum, and in the Marine Corps. You know, I was the first Marine, one of the first Marines in history to successfully defend a gay Marine from Don't Ask, Don't Tell. I can fight and I can win. I'd also reiterate that as you make this decision, I'd like you to think about, of the 3 candidates here, who you want to be your voice.
Ashwin's right. He is a fighter, you know, and I feel it every day, and I'm not certain that's what we need in Washington. I'm a fighter too, but I fight in a different way. I saw what was missing in our state, and I thought, you know, I've been so fortunate. I went through a lot, but life's turned out great for me. I'm going to give back, and that's why I went to the state senate. And here I am, and I'm doing that again, because when this seat became open, I knew I could beat Eric Paulson. I know Eric Paulson, and my record stands up against Eric Paulson. He's not a friend of working families, and I am. He's not going to protect choice for women, and I am. He's not going to fund schools, and I am. And that's going to be side by side on the TV, and in the end, you know what? I'm going to win. So I am a fighter, but I'm a different kind of fighter, because I say to everybody, we can get along. We can do it together. You come be with me, we'll get this done, and that's what I've done in the state senate, and I have a lot of friends. People in the state senate know I get things done. I got the Friend of Education Award, the one senator last year, and only my 2nd year. I work hard for the people in my district. I love serving the people in my district, and I would be honored to serve you in the United States Congress. So thank you for being here today.